Okay, I thought we played a good football game on Saturday night, particularly on offense. Brian Johnson might have been his best game of the season. He had very good numbers, 5 touchdown passes, distributed the ball very well. One throw we'd like to have back. We did turn the ball over one time, but other than that, it was a near perfect game out of Brian. Receivers played very well. We had Freddie Brown had a big night for us, 11 catches, over 100 yards. David Reed, some big catches, a couple touchdowns for him. So I thought the receiving corps did a nice job. We ran the ball effectively, particularly Matt Asiata. He was well over 5 yards a carry. So a lot of good things on offense. Put points on the board. Turnovers were to a minimum, like I mentioned, just one turnover for the evening. So good job there. Very few penalties with the offense as well. I think we had one false start, in fact, and that was it. And so very clean game from an offensive perspective. Defensively, played well, didn't play our best, a little soft in the run game at times, gave us some things in the throw game, but we did come away with 3 takeaways. Deshaun Richard, those 2 at the end, just about back-to-back interceptions, which I guess got him Mountain West Conference Defensive Player of the Week, which was a nice honor for Deshaun. Special teams, really not much of a factor. We got some things going in the return game. We had a nice return on a punt by Brent Castile, and also on a kickoff, and so it was good to see some big plays generated on the special teams in that respect. Louis Sakota did not punt one time, which is a credit to our offense. We controlled the football, scored just about every time we had it. Didn't have a chance to kick any field goals. He was perfect on his PATs. So overall, a positive way to go into the final week of the season. We're obviously getting ready for the rivalry game this week. Business as usual as far as our preparation. When you have a routine and a mentality that you've used for 11 weeks and it's worked, you're not going to change anything you're doing. Obviously, there's a little more intensity to this football game than your regular conference game, but nonetheless, you got to prepare the same way. You can't deviate from the formula that's got you here, and so. We'll go ahead and have a normal week of practice, get ready to play. And, there's a lot at stake in this game as far as postseason play. We understand that. Everybody understands that. And that really is the main reason this game is gathering so much attention, not so much who we play, but the circumstances that we're playing under. And so we just got to keep things in perspective, not worry about anything beyond this game, just try to, play our best football and like I've said 100 times this season, control what we can control and not worry about the stuff that we have no control over. The seniors, we have 19 of them, very good class, great leadership. They've had a heck of a run here. A lot of them have been here 5 years. Well, not a lot of them, but a handful of them have been here 5 years. And they'll be in 5 bowl games and to end with the Mountain West Conference Championship, very fitting for those guys. Some of the seniors have only been here a couple years, the JC transfers, but nonetheless, it's been a very strong class. We're going to miss them, and this will be their last opportunity to play in Rice-Eccles. Fortunately, it's not their last opportunity to play together. We'll have one more after this, but we're going to miss those guys, and a big thank you to all they've done for this program, their hard work, their dedication, their effort for the last several yeare. Well, that history will tell you, at least recent history will tell you that it will do that. There's no way to predict. Obviously, they are putting up good numbers on offense. Our defense is playing very well, and our offense is starting to play well. And they've played a lot of very solid football games on defense this year as in addition. And so, it's tough. You can analyze it from 19,000 different angles on paper, but bottom line is you got to go out and play the game. And certainly the last 3 seasons, the fans have got their money's worth in this game. Sure, the way our team has handled adversity and been in that situation several times this season and fought their way out of it each and every time, that would certainly, in my opinion, point to advantage Utah in a situation like that. But they've done the same thing, though, a few times. Colorado State and UNLV, where they've had to make plays, and they've done a nice job of that in addition. Oh, that'll be big. That's big every week, and that was something that TCU really was able to do against Max Hall. And that's, any quarterback that sits back there and has, 4 or 5 seconds to throw and gets comfortable, they're tough to defend. And so that is always, each and every week, a job one in the throw game is, pass defense starts at the line of scrimmage, and getting to the quarterback is the first step in that. Yeah, and Brian's very mobile. Brian has done a good job with his escapability most times this year. We took some sacks early in the year. We kind of got that out of our system and started to do a much better job. In fact, the last half of the season, I haven't put a pen, looked at it on paper, but I know we're head and shoulders above where we were in the first half as far as avoiding sacks. But yeah, that's when you get two quarterbacks like we'll be in this game, that'll be a big factor. Yeah, that's a strange trend, and if you go back, that probably goes back 15 years, where I think I'm positive the visitors have a better record than the home team over the last 15 years, and I don't know if that's just coincidence or just luck of the draw or some other factor. But you're right, and that probably is have to research it, but maybe the only rivalry in the country where that's been the case over the last 15 years. But I know it was very lopsided at one point for the visitor, and so I have no explanation as to why that is. Yeah, I think that they've had a lot of people analyzing them all season long, and you look at the numbers. We're leading the league in scoring offense, I think, if I read the stats correctly the other day, and second or third in total offense. So we're doing a nice job on offense. We haven't always been as potent at times as other times, but I think when you look at you got to judge the season as a whole, and when you judge the season as a whole, I think we're going to look back and say, yeah, our offense was pretty effective this year. Yeah, just got to cover him. I mean, Max Hall is a good quarterback, puts the ball in good spots, and Collie runs good routes. But you just got to play good pass coverage, and he's going to get his. I mean, I think he's leading the nation in either receptions a game or yards per game, maybe both. But anyways, he is certainly one of their go-to guys, and between him and the tight end and the running back, those are three good weapons that Max has at his disposal. Well, the front seven is physical. They got good size up front, and they've given up a few things in the throw game. But they've had they went 8 or 10 or 11 quarters of shutout ball at one stretch, and so they're very capable on defense. It's just it's been a little bit maybe like our offense, not as consistent as they'd like it to be, but it's been effective. Well, as far as our guys, like I said, just you got to treat it as a normal week. I mean, you can't go crazy and lose your composure and your poise, and you got to prepare the way you've done for 11 straight weeks. There's no difference there. As far as interacting with the students, we got a pep rally today, and there's some things going on campus that are not every week type things, but our guys I think are very well grounded, and they understand the big picture. And so I think they'll handle things just fine. As for the fans, fans are going to do what they do. I mean, they're rabid and they're passionate, and they're going to get after each other a little bit, and that's just the name of the game. I don't think there's anybody. I've been at 35 years, 35 years since '73. In one way, shape, or form, there's been an attachment. But it's a great rivalry. In my estimation, I haven't been in the center of Michigan, Ohio State, or UCLA, USC, but I can't imagine they're any more passionate or intense in this rivalry. We don't get the national exposure that some of those other ones do, but as far as in-state pride and just sheer passion, I think it's second to nobody.